Hi guys, welcome to my movie fan channel. My name's Tyler. Today's review is going to be for Capone, the new Tom Hardy movie, which also stars Linda Cardellini, Matt Dillon, and a bevy of other actors and actresses that put on great performances in this movie and really make out a well-rounded ensemble cast. This movie is the story of Al Capone in the last years of his life. Syphilis, dementia, all these other illnesses are really setting in and contribute to his mental decline, which is a big focal point of this movie. You call into question whether what you're seeing is a result of his mental state declining because of these illnesses, because of his paranoia that all his men are kind of closing in around him and are after his money, kind of his kingdom, his organization, and they sense that he's weak. You can visibly see that he's in a weakened state and they're trying to take advantage of him and everything he's built, or if it's really happening and there's really people out to get him and he's aware of it and he's conscious of what's going on. And it does a really good balance of the three of those, making you question what's happening. I contribute that a lot to how it was written and directed by Josh Trank, who I think is a great director based on some of the movies I've seen. I know he gets a lot of flack for the Fantastic Four movie he directed, which was a big debacle, and his Star Wars movie that he was attached to in Boba Fett, that he had a huge falling out with Lucasfilm. The rumor is that it was based on studio interference, him disagreeing with the producers. Some people say he was hard to work with. I don't necessarily see that with this huge cast and all these actors that lined up to work with him to be in this project that were on board for this. It doesn't seem like that stigma is deserving. I don't see that he is hard to work with from them being so on board. But I mean, it's not really for me to say. I am excited to see his future projects because I think he did a really good job in this film. So Tom Hardy does a really good performance. He's kind of doing like a growl, grumbly, low voice. It's a little bit hard to understand. I put the subtitles on. That helped a little bit. I've been putting subtitles on for a lot of my movies lately, a lot of my shows as well. Letterkenny especially. Accents, the way they talk. This is similar. He's doing an Italian. The subtitles do pop up for that, whether you have subtitles on or not. I would put him on just for the English too because he grumbles a lot. But he doesn't talk much in this movie. Probably halfway through the movie, he stops speaking really at all because his health is declining so rapidly that he just doesn't talk as much. I like that Linda Cardellini stuck by his side and was really supportive and loving of him and nurturing him through all this crap he was putting her through, and his crap in the bed, literally shooting people towards the end of it. There's an awesome scene that was right out of Scarface that really the movie crescendoed to. He walks up and he's got a diaper on and a bathrobe, and he's got the Tommy gun that they reference earlier in the movie and really set up. He's got like a golden Tommy gun, and he just walks up and he's like, ah! He's shooting his workers, his friends, supposedly, that are like the people that were within his organization. He's just gunning everybody down. That's one of the things that you're like, did that really happen? And then they show they're plastering up the bullet holes in the wall, and they show the aftermath of like people injured and his workers like injured and cast in wheelchairs and holding bullet wounds and stuff. So that's one of those things that actually happened. He does have an estranged son that comes back into his life and reaches out. He talks to him on the phone as if they've been talking for a while, but they go long periods of time without speaking. One of the times he's on the phone with him, they pan out and show that the FBI is there listening in on it. And that's another one of those things that you're like, is that his paranoia setting in? Is that a result of his mental state declining, that he is like hallucinating that? Or is that what's really happening? We do see that there's FBI agents and other federal agencies that are listening in and interested in Al Capone. They're kind of like vultures waiting for him to die so they can swoop in and see what's left to pick the bones of his organization and maybe get some dirt on some of the other criminals that are associated with him to put them away as well. So one of the agents comes and interviews him, and he thinks that he's fully competent, and Al is kind of not all there at this point. It's interesting because he would see these people in the woods watching him, and the whole movie you're meant to, and the movie does this really well, question, are these people really there? Are these a result of him hallucinating people? And they answer a lot of those questions. They tell you that, yes, Matt Dillon is a hallucination because he dies. Gino kills him halfway through, and Al still sees him the whole movie and is talking to him, and he's showing up, and he's like, my friend is here. And Linda Cardellini's like, nobody's here. What are you talking about? And it shows the empty chair. So you know he is seeing people, but you know that he, if he is competent, would have a reason to be that suspicious because they are after him. I didn't know much about this period of his life. At this point, he's already notorious for his bootlegging days during Prohibition, all the violent murders and stuff that he committed over the years. He's even watching himself on TV and listening to radio dramas about Al Capone's story that they, interestingly enough, say none of them ever got the story right. I didn't know much about this. I didn't know that there was this big legend that he had all this money stashed away and they never found it. And I guess that's true. They say at the end. That was a really driving point of the movie, which had him not trust anybody. And when he's shooting everybody up at the house, it's kind of like Tony Montana, where he was like cockroaches. He was like their monster and killer assassins. And he was real paranoid the whole movie. And he just took it out on all of them right there. That was really exciting. It was kind of the pivotal moment of the movie. If anything sticks out, I think it's that scene. But I really recommend this movie, guys, for people that like period pieces, that like biopics, that are interested in Al Capone. Even if you're not, this was really, really entertaining and interesting to see and to learn about. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the little notification bell. That way you get alerts for when I post a new video. Also share this to all social medias for your friends and family. If they like movies, if they like talking movies and want to be a part of a movie community, that really helps out the channel. But thanks for watching my video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.